The thing about being happy is that you don't need to do anything. You don't need to add anything. Most people think that you become happy when you become someone else, when you get certain things in your life, or when you do certain things. But it's actually none of those. All we need to do is to let go and not to take things so seriously anymore. We keep holding on to so much worry, so much stress in our everyday lives that we don't allow ourselves to be happy. Just ask yourself this. If you had nothing to worry about, would you be happy? Or would you be bored? What would be your normal state? Because chances are that if you have nothing to worry about, if there's nothing going wrong in your life, if everything's okay, you'll probably be happy. Not extremely happy, not excited and passionate and super happy, but you'll be happy. You'll be joyful. And that's our normal state. Yet we worry about so many different things that we don't allow the normal state to even show up. Because we block it by taking things way too seriously. And that's what I want to talk with you about today. Your life is not going to be a gigantic mess just because you have one more problem. It's not. It's just another worry you have, it's another thing you're frustrated about, but it's not that difficult to solve. Yes, it's not going to be the easiest thing by any means, but it's not going to kill you either. But what you're doing right now is not helping. You're worrying, you're stressing yourself, you're being so involved in this problem that you're not allowing yourself to be happy and to take it easier. Look, at the end, either you can solve the problem, at which point worrying is completely pointless, because you can solve what's worrying you, or you can't solve it, and you can't do anything about it, at which point worrying is also completely pointless, because there's nothing to do about it. All worry ever is pointless. There's no reason to worry. Why? What's that going to help you with? How is that going to solve anything? And do you even want to worry? I mean, if you want to worry, by all means, go for it. No one's stopping you. But you don't have to. In fact, it serves no purpose. And all you need to do to stop worrying about things so much is to just smile. To laugh about it. To know your own weaknesses. To accept the problems and then move on. Basically, to not take it so seriously. Again, it's not going to kill you. It's a problem, either solve it or let it go. But we get so upset, we get so frustrated when things don't go right, when people insult us, or when there's a problem that we can't solve right away, that we worry about it for weeks, months, or even years. There's people that set a New Year's resolution, and then as soon as they fail, they frustrate throughout the rest of the year that they didn't make it, and then at the beginning of the next year, they start up again. But it takes them a whole year to worry about that. And then there's other people that find one thing after another to worry about. It's tax season. What am I going to do about the taxes? They're going to be so high this year. And then as soon as their taxes are paid, they go, crap, I have to go to the doctors and I have this bill and this bill. How am I ever going to solve that? And then if that's solved, they think, oh no, my kids need to go to college in 10 years. How am I going to fix that right now? I don't know if I can do that. What's going to happen then? They always have something to worry about. Every single day. No wonder they're not happy. No wonder they're not enjoying their lives. I mean, if you have something to frustrate over every single day, of course you wouldn't be. But if you take things less seriously, if you just let go of that, if you can smile about it, and know that you may be screwed at sometimes, at least what you're doing is accepting it, and then you can move on. Oh crap, I have to pay for my kids to college eventually. Oh well, that sucks. I'll have to figure that out somehow. Do you see the difference already? Instead of worrying about it, instead of thinking of all the possible negatives, of how this affects your life in a negative way, of all the shit that may happen, you immediately go to acceptance. And at that point, after that, you get to go into a solution. You get to go into action. You get to try to solve it. And that's what taking things with less seriousness is all about. If you smile about your own weaknesses, if you smile and laugh about the problems in your life, If you enjoy the ride, even if it's going down, what you're enabling yourself to do is to find solutions. And with the solutions and with taking things less seriously, you're going to be happy. Because nothing will affect you that much anymore. You'll build a belief in yourself that you can do it, that you can figure stuff out. And even if shit hits the fan, even if everything turns awful, you'll still be able to find a way to make it work. And once you build that belief, what else is there to fear? Even if everything goes to crap, you still believe that you can figure some way out of it. And that's important. That's powerful. But to start building that belief, you have to let go. You have to let go of the seriousness. You have to let go of your ego and your pride when someone insults you. You have to go along. You have to know your own weaknesses. And you have to accept the fact that you will encounter a lot of problems. But they don't have to stress you. They don't have to worry you. Either solve them or don't. But worrying about them, stressing over them, serves no purpose. To start this journey, the best thing to do is to learn to laugh about yourself. To figure out what your own weaknesses are, and then to smile about them, to agree with them, and not to try to defend those at any costs. When someone insults you, go along with it. Smile about it, laugh with them. Accept that you're not perfect, because you're not. But you don't have to be either. And then whatever weaknesses you have, learn to accept them, learn to live with them, learn to smile about them so that when someone insults you, it will be nothing new. You already know that that's a weakness and they won't have any control over you. That's how you start building the strength. That's how you start building the power to laugh about your own misfortunes, the own problems in your life. And with that comes a lot easier life.